Hard work is key to success. You can grow in an organization if you work hard. Do you believe this? This is a great myth. You will see in your workplace and every organization, some team members get promoted, some team members get better project, and some team members are being sent for high value training program and you are not. Most of the team members are dissatisfied with their managers. It is not manager's fault because you cannot control your manager. What you can control is what you can do to stand out at work. And this is what I'm going to talk about in this video. Most of the books, most of the videos are on how to become a good leader. There is no write-ups or there is no video on how to become a great team member and how to navigate your workplace so that you get what you want. You get better project, you get better promotion, you get sent for high value program and your career progresses much faster. I'm going to share with you in this video 10 such tips through which you can achieve all this. The first one is be trustworthy and reliable. Don't do what you are thinking, because most of us are educated, most of us go to workplace with our own intelligence, and that sometimes becomes your enemy, because many a times if any work is given to us, we do it our way. We don't try to understand what is the expectation of the manager, and that is the big mistake. So if any work has been given to you, for example, if you have been given a presentation to complete it at 4 o'clock, try to complete at 4 o'clock. Try to complete in a manner in which your manager wants, because everyone's thought process is different. Try to adopt to what your manager is saying. Do what your manager says and beyond. The second thing which you can do in this element to gain his trust and be reliable is serve his interest. For example, if he has got a project in which you have not been involved or it is not your concern area, still go and ask, sir, is there any way I can be of help to you? If he likes writing, try to support him with certain research work. If he is enthusiastic about a sports, try to talk about that sports. Idea is that you need to go beyond your work and support in his area of interest, not your area of. The third thing which you can do to be reliable and trustworthy is complete your task in time and end to end. Many a times a task is being given to a team member and team member just completes the work like that and they go to the manager. Manager has to do a lot of corrections, and with each corrections he starts not trusting you. He feels that you are not a reliable team member. So that is a mistake which you are doing. The fourth step to be reliable and to gain his trust is to exceed his expectation. For example, in your team there are 10 team members and a manager is asking you to do a job. So for example, he has asked you to do a research in a topic, or he has asked you to do 10 recruitments. Now everybody will do 10 recruitments. You have to be more agile. You have done 10 recruitments, you have kept 5 candidates as pipeline, so that if anybody turns down, you have certain offer. So you not only have to meet the expectation of the manager, but you have to exceed the expectation of manager, and that's the key to gain trust and reliability. The second is don't assume and ask. This I have seen in many team members. For example, if somebody has asked you that you make a presentation on how do we go to a new state and how do we launch our product in a new state, or we are coming out with a new manufacturing plan, create the org structure for that. Now he has certain thing in mind because he has been briefed by management or he has been given certain input whose visibility you don't have. So do not assume. You have to ask so that you get the maximum input, you understand what is going on in his mind, and then start working on the presentation, then start working on the business plan. Then you will be successful. The next important point is understand what is important for him and offer help, even if you are not concerned. For example, if he is going through any personal issues also, or if you know that he is struggling in some project in which you are not part of the team member, offer his help. Remember, many times I see that why should I go and give some personal help to my manager? I'm not his chamcha. It's not a matter of chamcha. For example, if your friend's wife is not well, will you not go and deliver grocery at his home? Will you not go and give medicine to him? Will you not go and arrange doctor for him? I am not asking you to do chamchagiri or go beyond a point, but treat him as your elder brother. Treat him also as your other friends. And in case of any support which is required, try to help him. It will not only create a strong bond between both of you, but it will also be extremely good for your career. Like it or not, you have to work with your manager, and largely he is responsible for your career progression. So it is important to understand what he's looking for, what is his leadership style, is he open to your suggestion, is he open to your ideas, or he just want to follow his instructions. So the third step is do not push him beyond a point. For example, there is some recruitment needs to be done. Now you have done research of attrition in your organization and you find out that hiring from premium college is a bad idea. Now your manager wants to go only to the premium college. Now since you have done the analysis, you stand your ground that no sir, we have to go on tier 2 colleges only. Now you tell him with certain background, with certain research, tell him once, tell him twice. Even if he does not change his mind, just do what he says. Because of two reasons. One, he is responsible for your career because he is going to do your appraisal. Second, he may have larger perspective. He may have larger view of the organization. He may have larger view of the function, which you do not have. So you need to push, you need to try to convince and influence him once, twice. Third, never try. Third time, just do what he is asking you to do. The fourth is communicate clearly and frequently. Many times you are, say, working on a project for 1 month in which he expects an outcome to come after 1 month. It's a bad idea to go to him after a month. Always send progress report at the end of the week and ask for suggestions. Sir, I am going in this direction. Do you think I meet your expectation? Or I need to articulate something more. Do you have any input? Do you have any suggestion? There is no harm in asking input from your manager. There is no harm in asking for his suggestion. So it has to be very clear-cut communication and it has to be a very frequent communication. In this, I also feel that clear communication, there is a big issue in some of the team members. For example, in some team members are quite extrovert, so they communicate a lot of things. They communicate something which need not be said also. They ask too many questions. But there are some team members, and most of the team members or who have recently joined, or typically those who are introvert, they do not ask questions. The fifth is don't try to be a solo hero frequently. Team is a team game. Now, it's a very touchy line. You have to make an impression also. At the same time, you have to be seen as a good team player as well. Now, what do you do? It's a very confusing state of affairs. What you need to do is you need to celebrate team success. For example, some of your team member has done some achievement. You have to celebrate his achievement. You have to clap for others till the time you get a chance to prove yourself and you give an opportunity to others to clap for you. The next is do not try to hog limelight directly. For example, if you are in a meeting, and most of the team member does this mistake. If you are in a meeting and if your team member is saying something, you start saying, no, this is not right. I have done some research, I have done this, and I don't think this will work. These are certain negative elements which is there. Don't try to hog the limelight in a group meeting. The seventh one is very, very controversial. Bitch in public and praise in private. People say that. But in corporate structure, you will see that many leaders or many managers want information. They want information to be fed. They want gossips. There are many managers like that which I have seen. So I would say that if you need to understand that manager, and if that manager's characteristic is like that, and in spite of you trying to influence him, he is not changing, then you need to adopt this strategy, which is bitch in private and praise in public. When you are one-to-one, you can give very selected information to him, not talking negative about any individual. Trust me, this is karma. If you say anything negative about anyone, it will come back to you. Related to work, related to environment, related to about the work culture in the organization, you can give certain developmental improvement feedback to him. The next one is stay organized. You will see, I can tell you my personal experience. I used to have a team member in my previous organization who would have all my documents as well. So even now, after 2-3 years of that organization, if I need a driving license or if you need any document, I call that person. And he's so agile, he's so attached, and he's so fast, he's so organized that he takes effort to send those documents to me. I have left the organization. He's not part of my team, but he takes the effort, he takes the time to support me because he's organized. You can find the document, you can find everything for your manager. So it is important to be organized. You can organize in two manners. One in office and second is electronically organized. You save files in your computers. How do you save file in your computers? Many times you save file but you don't get files, and you take about half an hour to get those files. So if you organize electronically also, well, it becomes easier to retrieve the document whenever your manager wants, and it creates an extremely positive impression about you and help you in gaining the trust of the manager and stay ahead among your team members. And ninth one is extremely important to build an extremely good relationship with your manager and stay ahead at your workplace and create a wonderful impression. And it is build relationship beyond work. And you can do this in two manners. One, about the community services, and second is hobby. For example, everybody has hobby. For example, somebody plays badminton, somebody plays football, or somebody loves traveling, somebody loves eating. Whatever is the interest area of your manager, and if there is any common interest, try to talk about that, because you bond much more after office hours than during office hours. Because in office hours, you are also guarded and he is also guarded. So the free flow of information, the information sharing from heart to heart does not happen. So bond over hobbies. If you like doing some NGO work, community services, if you are passionate about certain cause, your boss is also passionate about certain cause, then try to work with him. Beyond work, in hobbies and community services, try to create that bond, which you anyway try to do it with your friends, try to do with your neighbors. Why not with the managers? Because it is good for you. Do that. The last one is be adaptable and respect his decision. Say you like it or not, he's your manager. He has larger perspective. He's supposed to have good vision for his team. He's supposed to have good vision for his company. So try to work, try to give input, but beyond a point, try to do what he's saying. If he is wrong, he will realize. If you are wrong, you will realize. But right, it's not a matter of you are right or he is wrong. It is a matter that he is your manager. So by hierarchy or position in the organization, he is above you and he is supposed to know more. These are 10 tips which is extremely important to build trust with your manager and stand out at work. Being a good team player is just not enough to ride the corporate ladder, to grow in an organization, to get promotion, to get what you are looking for. It needs much more. And your manager is a critical catalyst, is a critical stepping stone to reach that milestone in your career. I'm sure these 10 steps would help you if you practice at your workplace with your manager in building that bond and getting ahead in your career. It's not a one-day thing that you saw this video for 10-12 minutes and you go and try to build your great relationship with manager. It takes time, it takes practice. And if you like this video, I'm sure you would like to forward it to your friends. Do subscribe if you are a career professional or you are looking for a job. I share valuable and practical insights on job search and how do you grow in your career. So do subscribe, like, share with your friends so that you are sharing this knowledge and some insights which I feel will be very, very useful for all of you. Thank you for your watching. See you in the next video.